Hey, hello there, good evening and a very warm welcome to the Planet Cruise TV show. My name's Sean, by the way. I always look forward to our Tuesdays together at 8 o'clock. This is a show that's been running for 12 years now, and every week we bring you the most incredible deals. Many of them are exclusive. We've got pound deposits on some of the cruises tonight. We've got some all-inclusives, and we have got the best ever deal on the brand new ship from Celebrity Apex. Wait till you see the offer that Ruth has brought us tonight. It is incredible. And he's back. I've missed him. He's been away for 3 weeks. Justin is back.
You missed me?
I have missed
what
you.
What are you on about?
I honestly have missed you.
No, I miss you guys too.
I've had to put with Glenn for 3 weeks.
It's worse things. It's worse things.
It's great to have you back, mate.
Yeah, and we've got a great show tonight. You mentioned a couple of the deals that we had earlier on. But there's a couple of itineraries that really stand out for me. The overnight where you get a chance to go to Venice, you get to go around the Adriatic, and also Niagara Falls and New York. I'm looking forward to those two.
That's right. In fact, you know, we've got cruises for everybody. We've got a lovely Caribbean one as well with P&O, of course. I do love the Apex one with Celebrity.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
But the MSC is really good as well, isn't it?
They're all good tonight.
Yeah.
I tell you though, before we just start, I've got one little shout out.
Yes,
I've
you
actually
have.
got 2 little shout outs to 2 people I know from the cruise ships as well. I do believe that Jeff, all the way down in Port Island in Wales, is watching tonight, and also Jitu, who is actually one of the crew members on board with me as well. He's watching as well. So hi to both of you.
Justin, do me a favour.
Go on.
Stick your wire in.
Oh, is it sticking
yeah,
out?
mine was the same.
Is it?
Yeah, mine was doing the same.
I know, but that's the...
It is. It's just like mine's like
Oh, is
this.
that better?
Look.
Is that better? Can you,
that's better.
Is that all right?
Yeah, good. You look good now. You look
Perfect.
sharp again.
Fine. I have to have this in my ear. You know, they keep telling me to breathe, 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 breathe.
We have got a great show. So we better begin. We're going to start with... I tell you what. So just looking, our first deal is amazing. But I've just thought you might be new to Planet Cruise, because we always get some new visitors as regulars. So just a few little things I want you to think about. Reasons to book with us tonight. Well, we are the largest independent travel agency in Europe, and that means we provide unbiased and impartial advice as well. You can secure your cruise from £1 per person tonight as well. We won't be beat on price, that's guaranteed as well. We're also APTA and ATOL bonded, meaning your money is safe with us, and you can pay for your holiday in direct debit instalments at 0% interest as well, which is brilliant. So a lot of the cruises tonight, you know, they're for maybe later on in the year or next year, but yeah, you can actually say pay tonight and just pay in direct debit instalments. Yeah, book tonight and pay in little chunks. But also, you might be new to cruising. Well, I've been on 30 cruises. I love cruise holidays. And these are some of the reasons why cruise is a great way to travel. Well, first of all, great value for money. Meals and entertainment are included. Some of the cruises tonight have got drinks as well. You wake up somewhere different every day and you only unpack once, so you get to see the world. Fun for everyone, as there's so much to do on board. Great way to make new friends as well. I've made many friends over the years on cruise ships. Also, we have got no-fly cruises from the UK, so you can take as much luggage as you'd like. And ships come in all shapes and sizes. Some of us prefer bigger ships, some smaller ships, some mid-size, but we have got them all available. And don't forget, it's a free phone number, 0800 250 2662, or you can... of course, go on our website, www.planetcruise.com. But we're going to start off with my 2 favourite words. You know them by now, Justin. You know them by now. It's time for this week's All-Inclusive.
Well, that was quite jazzy.
That was very jazzy.
Ding, ding.
I tell you what, though, I do like... I love an all-inclusive cruise, because it just means you don't worry about a big bill at the end. You can have what you want, with, you know, without thinking, oh, can I afford that? And also, it's very easy. When it's an all-inclusive cruise, you're not signing for things or anything like that. It's really easy, isn't it?
Funny is sometimes when it's all-inclusive, you actually drink less, if you get what I mean.
Oh, I've never done that.
No. It's not in case... we're not promoting indulgence, but you just don't have to worry. No. And that's the nice thing, isn't it?
And it isn't just... I mean, I joke, and please do drink sensibly, but it's not just the alcohol...
How did you try January go?
Damp.
Damp?
Yeah.
Not moist?
No.
No, was it more January?
It wasn't bad. I did cut back. I tried to be healthy. But when you're on holiday, it isn't just about the alcoholic drinks. It's all things like, you know, your soft drinks, specialty coffees.
Yeah,
teas
like and coffees and stuff like that. It does make a difference,
doesn't
it?
Yeah. You know, it's just nice not having to worry. And many of you will know, if you're regular, I've started to cruise with Marella quite a bit. I've done 3 cruises with them. And I think they're brilliant, not just because they offer all-inclusive, and that includes your tips, but the entertainment, the service, and the atmosphere on board, really friendly, really just a lovely feeling with Marella.
Yeah, and you know, another
great value.
Another good point I just thought about on the all-inclusive. Not that again, I'm thinking about all-inclusive at all, but you know, sometimes when you fancy, you're like, I really fancy trying that, but I wouldn't buy it while I was out. You can try stuff, and if you don't like it, it doesn't really matter.
Very true.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Just try a little bit of this and that.
And can we just draw your attention to the price tonight? £719. That's for a whole week. That's your flights, that's your drinks, that's your tips, that's your food, that's your entertainment. You know, it's amazing. And I'm just looking, even, you know, that's based on the inside, but an outside is just a few pounds more per person per night. The balcony, we've got prices there starting at $839, I think, on the 20th of March. So even the suites, we've got prices on the suites as little as just over £1,000 as well.
Well, I'm going to say,
amazing.
This is a great time to be, you know, making the most of the offers that are on, and you know, especially for the cruises we've got tonight and where you're going as well. It's a great way to travel. So
let's take you on board with Marella, on board the ship that I was on, the Explorer. Now, this is speeded up, by the way. Even I didn't manage to get around the ship quite as quickly as this, but it gives you an idea. There's a Broadway show lounge. Amazing entertainment on Marella. And, you know, West End style shows, great acts. Where we go next, Justin?
We're going to go to the lounge. Yeah. You've got Indigo Bar as well, you know, so it all depends on what your flavour and what your style is. Fantastic dining options as well. Of course, there's a couple of speciality restaurants as well. So there is plenty. One thing that I do like the fact of is the salon on board. You know, sometimes when you hear a salon name, you think, oh, that sounds, you know, nice and relaxing. If you say Champneys.
Oh, yes.
Oh, relaxing? That sounds luxurious. Now I'm definitely in. And, yes, the first Champneys at sea.
So, you know, you will be absolutely amazed.
I thought they were going to go back down to the crew cabins then. I thought, hey, up, knock on the door.
It is a whistle-stop tour, but this gives you an idea and a flavour of Marella Explorer. Some beautiful areas to dine, to drink, to watch entertainment. There's the marketplace. There was amazing food there, buffet style, of course. Champneys, you just talked about, Justin.
Yeah, did we miss the Squid and Anchor, the pub, the boozer?
My mum loved it because the entertainment was great.
Which is your favourite?
What part of the ship?
Indigo looks good.
We spent most time at the Squid and Anchor, actually,
Yeah?
We did. We did go to Indigo, but my mum's a bit past sort of her clubbing days.
Really?
Yeah. I'm surprised she's 80 this year. But I know it was great. When we were there, there was a Gary Ballard tribute on board. It was really good.
Sounds good. Sounds very good indeed. But no, it just gives you some sort of an idea of, you know, the open deck spaces. You know, sometimes, you know, if you just want somewhere quiet, if you want somewhere to relax, if you want to go around the pool, soak up some of the live music, or just get a little bit of the vibe, that's going to be perfect for you. So
you will have the most amazing time on board Marella Explorer. And remember, this is going to take you away. The lead date is the 20th March to some great winter sun, because at that time of year it's still pretty wintry here in the UK, but we're going to take you to the warmer temperatures, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. And all I'll just point out is, you know, again, the lead date is quite soon. You can book online on this one, but please do call our guys and girls tonight. And if there's a particular date in mind later on in the year, perhaps you've got something planned already, then book ahead. You know, there's so many different reasons why you should do.
Dates up to April 2021.
There you go. Perfect. But yeah, first port of call, we're going out to Tenerife, and your first port that you're going to be visiting is Gran Canaria and the port of Las Palmas. It is just beautiful, really lovely sand dunes. Then you've got the lovely Bougainvillea just coming down from all those whitewashed buildings. There's plenty to see and do here. If you want to do something exciting and energetic, you can head to the centre of the island. You can go for a little bit of a trek. There's a 3,000-foot high dormant volcano that's in the centre there. You've got boutiques, you've got little shops there. It really is something for everybody, even history as well. If you like Christopher Columbus,
yes,
then you can go to the Christopher Columbus Museum as well. Then we're off to Santa Cruz, and we're off to La Palma. Now, this is a beautiful, beautiful island. And let's just say, you know, that volcanic sand that you can see there, the beaches are black sand. Quite different. A little bit, I don't know, it's just one of those things you see, you go, white sand or that? Oh, it's just different. You've got lovely Spanish colonial houses here. The local produce is particularly good as well. I remember getting some of the liqueurs. You know, I know you've hit a nerve tonight now, thinking about drinking. When I was on the ships, I used to go ashore and buy, or try and buy, a local drink that was different, something unique. I remember in South Africa, I ended up with a bottle that had barbed wire around it. is much to say, don't drink this. You know, it was distilled from cactus leaves. But here, there was this beautiful apple in a liqueur in a bottle with like wicker around it. You know, the type of thing you display. So still in the back of the cupboard now, but there we go. Then we're off to Madeira, a lovely port. Madeira is fantastic. Talking about flowers, they've got a beautiful flower market here. And of course, one of the most iconic flowers from the island is the birds of paradise.
Yes, of course.
I used to actually bring some home. I used to go to the market, and then if I was going back to Southampton, my parents were coming down, I'd always get Madeira cake, and then I'd get some birds of paradise from your mum.
And they are beautiful flowers, aren't they?
They are nice, they are nice.
And you've got all the botanical gardens there as well.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget the wicker basket ride.
Which I've done now.
You've done,
thanks
finally.
to you.
There we go. Anyway, after all of this, we're going to have a day at sea and just sort of chill out and relax and go across to Agadir. Not Agadir, Agadir. And this is completely different. This is a completely different flavour. There's loads of camel rides here. You can go to the ruins. There's a crocodile park as well. And a fantastic souk as well, so if you want to buy some local handcrafts.
And I actually, when I did this exact itinerary last year, I actually went on a cycle ride through Marella.
Yeah.
So there's a big group of us that cycled through Agadir, and it was fantastic.
Agadir. Agadir. Anyway,
Come on.
should we go back to the Canaries?
We should, yes.
Lanzarote. Do you know what, the thing that always sticks out about Lanzarote for me is I used to love going to shore there, and it wasn't until a few years ago a friend of mine went. I went, oh, when you go, you've got to check out. There's a guy called Cesar Manrique, and he did a load of architecture, and there's some really crazy sort of buildings. And this particular grotto, he ended up sending me a picture of that grotto. And apparently, it was like an underground reservoir that was just chock full of rubbish, and they excavated it, made this beautiful, tranquil lagoon, and there's a little restaurant at the end of it.
Oh.
And he went back there, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe, you've got to see this. And I was like, that's what I told you about. Anyway, so Lanzarote, just go and explore. Back to Tenerife, and that's when you're coming back. But 7 nights around the Canaries, popping across to Agadir as well. Great price, and with Marella, as I said, a brand name that certainly has been a best-selling brand name. There are always a lot of bookings coming in for this particular itinerary as well. So really, really good deal tonight.
Cannot recommend this highly enough. Now, if you book any departures from November 2020 up to April 21, you get that £100 per person reduction. We've actually included that reduction in the prices on the screen. All inclusive, so you don't have to worry about drinks, you don't have to worry about tips. You can also secure your place this evening from only £1 per person deposit on applicable sailings. Return flights, they are based on London Gatwick, but one of the other brilliant things about Marella is obviously because they've got their own planes, they've got the TUI airlines, then we've got a huge amount of regional flights available just for supplement. So give us a call right now and we can work out, if there's an airport far closer to home. But look at these prices. I mean, even the balconies can start as little as $839 on the 20th of March. That's amazing, isn't it?
Well, I think, look, while those prices are there, just break it down. You answer me this. What are the flight's going to cost you to go out there? What is your accommodation going to cost you? And then you've got your food and then your drink as well, because it's all inclusive included.
And do look at those dates for next year. If you want to book for January next year, February next year, then just £1 per person deposit, remember, on selected and applicable sailings. So you can book yours and pay as little as $829 for the 2nd of February next year. That is, I'm going to say again, that is phenomenal value. You will have it the most wonderful time. Now. But we've just got such a good show. See, when you come back, all these amazing deals appear.
I had nothing to do with it.
No, the last few weeks we've had really busy shows actually, but we're always busy on a Tuesday, and we always bring you great value. But the next cruise is a 15-night, sounds good, Eastern Caribbean from Barbados, with Pinot on board the Azura, and the price, this is for over 2 weeks, just over £1,300.
Yeah, this is great. If you've ever been toying with the idea of cruising with P&O, first-time cruiser, or indeed somebody in the family who's a first-time cruiser, recommend them this, because this is a great cruise line. I worked with them for 6.5 years.
You did?
Going out to the Caribbean as well. If you've never done the Caribbean, this is a great way of seeing it. And, well, at the price.
Yeah, you cannot go. Some of my friends say, I want to do my first cruise. You will not go wrong cruising around the Caribbean. It will be spectacular. Have a look at this.
Cruising is the best way to see the Caribbean.
But there's not just beaches that you have. Beyond the beach, there's some really great attractions to see.
In Barbados, you could be snorkeling with the turtles.
You could go zip-lining in St Lucia.
Kayaking through the mangroves.
8 of you in one jeep.
A helicopter over Montserrat.
Catamarans that will take you to little islands.
You could try scuba diving.
I love the little box fish. They're just...
The list just goes on and on. The waters surrounding Barbados are absolutely crystal clear.
When you get to Barbados, you have the most amazing opportunity to get into the water and have an up-close and personal experience with these huge sea turtles.
If you prefer to do things at a more leisurely pace, there's panoramic drives, there's sightseeing activities.
The train in St Kitts. One of my personal recommendations for anybody.
There's so much to choose from. The biggest decision is going to be what to do every day.
Oh dear.
So you're having a bit of a giggle. You actually worked with the captain there.
That was Captain Brown. He was actually staff captain then, and that was my old cruise director, Neil.
Yes.
I've got to tell you this funny story. When I first started cruising at sea, I was very, very naive and innocent and easily led, shall we say. And I won't go into a couple of the stories. They're for later. Okay. But Neil said to me one night, he says, see that lady over there? He says, go and ask her to dance. I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. He was like, her name's Margaret. Went over, I was like, evening, Margaret, how are you? She's like, I'm not Margaret, I'm Sheila. And it turned out everybody was basically, that's Margaret. Anyway, I digress too much. Happy memories.
A lot of the staff have been there, for many, many years. And many repeat customers with P&O, of course, as well. But we're going to fly you over from the UK to Barbados. Hey, we've got some brilliant flights in this as well. We've got London, Birmingham and Manchester all included in the price for a limited amount of time. And where are we going to first?
Barbados. We're actually staying there.
Oh, we stay there, don't we? Yes.
Every 2 weeks, we got chance as the crew to go ashore. And Barbados was brilliant. And I'm going to tell you the best place to go where all the crew used to go, and they'll hate me for it. You got to go to the boatyard. It's as simple as that. The boatyard's one of the best. I mean, other bars are available, but the beaches are fantastic. Bridgetown is fantastic. It's walking distance as well into Bridgetown. Big Chris used to look after me at one of the stores. In fact, where I got this watch,
which I like,
down there. Yeah, it's just really, really good. If you're staying overnight, definitely go down to Christchurch. Which is a little area where you've got Harbour Lights, which is all the sort of popular nightclubs and bars. The Ship, where Rihanna, the Umbrella Ella, that's where she first started singing. So there's loads to see and do in Barbados. Brilliant place. Then we're off to the Grenadines. We're off to St Vincent. Now there's plenty to see and do here. There's the sulphur-free volcano as well, which is one to go and see. Fort Charlotte as well. Which is ancient fort, as you can imagine, and a beautiful Wallaboo Bay, I've said that correctly, which was one of the main locations for Pirates of the Caribbean. So you'll absolutely love St Vincent. Got a day at sea, and then you're off to St Kitts. Now, of course, this is the island where you have Nevis, which is, I mean, the actual island itself was more sugar plantations, but now it's really making the most of that green, lush, fertile rainforest. Great Port Zante, you can see there, which is where you can get all of your handicrafts and knickknacks and bits and pieces. Then we're off to St Martin, a little bit of retail therapy. You've done St Martin, haven't you?
Yeah, and I was at Ian because the Dutch and French side are so different.
You know they divided it? They stood back to back and started walking. I kid you not. They stood back to back and started walking, and wherever they came back, that's how they split the island.
Now, I've been here.
Yes, yeah, they said there's actually several places that you can do this in the Caribbean.
But honestly, the planes do come that close.
Yeah.
Be careful.
One thing on St Martin that I absolutely recommend is doing the America's Cup yacht race. There's 2 yachts, and you can go into teams. You can go out, and the sailors tell you how to move the rigging and stuff like that. So then we've got a day at sea, and then we're off to Grand Turk. This is just beautiful. There's a beautiful old lighthouse that you've got to go and see there. There's less than 5,000 inhabitants, and this is a purpose-built cruise centre, about 18 acres that you can see there. So all the facilities that you want. I mean, you've got 45,000 square feet of shopping centres, cocktails, all of these great facilities that you got there. Governor's Beach is quite good to go to on here, or Rock Point Beach as well. Final day at sea, then into Tortola, and, well, I mean, Tortola. What can I say about that? Don't go to Cane Garden Bay. That's where everybody goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Go to Long Beach. So when you go over the hill, don't turn right and go to Cane Garden, go left and go down there. It's quiet. It's literally onto the Atlantic. It's just a little bit rougher water, but beautifully quiet. Then we're off to Antigua, 365 beaches for 365 days of the year. St. Lucia, you got the Pitons, Marigot Bay, Sulphry, Castries, Pigeon Point. I mean, St. Lucia's amazing. Grenada, it's known as the Spice Island.
Hang on, slow down, Justin. I'm staying in St. Lucia.
I know, but there's 15 nights to get through on this one.
On.
Shall we go to Grenada? Now, here's a little tip. Grenada, when you dock, get the water taxi round to Grand Anse. So Grand Anse Beach is the main beach. You can get a taxi, but it's far more fun to think you're going to just fall off of the side of a little wooden boat flying with an old outboard engine. It's brilliant. And, of course, the Spice Island, there's the Spice Market right in the middle. Just absolutely great.
And final day to see them back to Barbados. Now, we have got a special offer tonight on the show. No regional flight supplements. So that's for Birmingham and Manchester and London, of course. That offer does end on the 18th of February. That is brilliant for those of us that live in the north of the Midlands, of course. No tipping required either. That's on all savings. You can also secure your cruise tonight for just £1 per person on applicable sailings. If you book the select price, you'll get free onboard spend as well. And as I mentioned, no supplement on those regional flights as well. The itineraries differ slightly just depending on departure date. Price-wise, we've got the great family of full price there as well, but look at this. Dates from October, obviously this year, up to November 2021. And I've got to say the prices there, for a little bit more to go for the outside of the balcony. Definitely worth it around the Caribbean.
Definitely worth it. And if you're on board a ship where Neil Oliver is there, just go up to him and ask how Margaret is.
That's the entertainment director, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say cruise director, so changed it.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
So that another brilliant deal from P&O there.
I've missed this.
I know,
these through. It's been fun.
So we love our Tuesdays. We really do. Are you with us next week?
Oh, I don't know.
You're just part time now, aren't you?
No, ask me next week.
But this is with MSC. You really like the itinerary on this one, don't you?
Yes, well, and the ship, just brilliant itinerary. I mentioned this at the beginning. Some of the cruises we've got tonight, they're great value for price. But other times, there's places and destinations that you've got to go to. And this is a combination of a land trip and a cruise, because we're going to Lake Garda. It's on my list of places to go to.
So I've never been either, but everyone says absolutely cool. You're here actually for 3 nights in a fantastic hotel.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is you can get to see so much here, or just sit with a beautiful, perhaps is it Aperol Spritz, isn't it? That's very much, or a Hugo cocktail or something like that. Just sit by the waterside, see the sunset.
That looks like a little bit of paradise, isn't it?
It's stunning. You've got the Scagliero Castle as well on the waterfront. You've got the Isola del Garda as well, and some fantastic archaeological sites as well. So you've just got to enjoy it. But you're not for me. I'd have to do, if I could get to Lake Garda, I'd have to have one of those beautiful old 1950s speedboats. I think they've got the Reavers, and they're just all beautifully varnished down, and just start the engine up and just go off like James Bond. I'd love it. Obviously I wouldn't look like James Bond, more like Brooke Bond.
Now, you've then got the train to Venice, haven't you?
Yes. Now, I was lucky enough to actually spend... you're going into Venice and you're staying in a little place just on the outskirts of Venice, which is called Mestre. And if you love your ships, you'll have to pop down to the shipyard. There's Fincantieri, who actually build a lot of the cruise ships for all of the cruise lines. It's built in Italy. So we actually launched the Arcadia out of Mestre. So I know this very well. It's absolutely stunning. But Venice, the gondola rides. My auntie and uncle recently actually went here. St Mark's Square, brilliant. You are going to pay a little bit more to go for drinks. There was a lovely little bit like Viennese cafe with a string quartet outside of it. And I think it was about €9 a coffee or something like that. But it was worth it for the atmosphere to soak it up.
And we should say, if you go for the lead date on this one, October of this year, it will be a little bit quieter. So it's really, really nice. But we still have some nice temperatures. So it was a great start. But then you're going to be on board the beautiful MSC Lirica. You're going to be on board for a 7-night cruise.
And she's a beauty, isn't she?
Oh, all MSC ships are beautiful, aren't they?
Yes.
So opulent. You know, whenever we talk to customers, everyone talks about the incredibly beautiful ships. And obviously MSC, they you know, can cruise you around the world. Great food, of course, as well.
Yeah, very Mediterranean food. So I love, if you love your Italian restaurants, the Swarovski crystal staircases there. This particular ship, though, weighs in 58,000 tonnes. Your capacity of passengers, 1,500 to 2,000 at maximum capacity. So a nice size ship, good facilities on board. But as I said, to start off with a land holiday and then go around the Adriatic, this would just be brilliant. Great for families as well. So you've got the aqua park there. So plenty, you know, plenty to do for everybody.
But a really nice itinerary on this 7-night cruise as well. Just looking at the ship, she's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah, and everything that you'd want. You know, sushi bars there, La Bistro
Beverly
cafeteria.
Hills Bar.
Yeah. The main restaurants as well, two main restaurants, and there's a formal restaurant as well, which is the Pergola. So, you know, something there for everyone. So, Dubrovnik, beautiful walled city in Croatia. This is nicknamed the Pearl of the Adriatic, the fortified city. Walled, no cars, you can walk around here. It's about 1.5 miles that you can walk around the city walls, but do take water with you. They didn't, well, back in my day, there wasn't that many stops, like little shops that you could get water, so do take that with you. From Dubrovnik, we're off to Corfu. Now, what do you want to do here? Do you want to go to the Mon Repus Bella Vista Lookout? Do you want to go to the Achillean Palace? Do you want to just have a little bit of Souvlaki or Moussaka just in the main town? The choice is yours. Sidari Beach seems to be the place to go to. That's where all the cool kids are. Great Greek food, as you'd imagine. And one of the great dishes here is fishes, which is cooked with white wine, lemon juice, garlic and vinegar as well. The Bordetto fish soup, apparently. So just passing that on. I'd just be quite happy with a little gyros. Just, or a little what's the chicken? The sliced chicken. That was a good one. I'm looking at you as if you were on my last holiday.
Yeah,
You're never far from me, you're never far. Then from Corfu, we're going to be heading off to Catalonia. Now, Catalonia, we just talked about this recently. My in-laws want to go on a Greek cruise. We're trying to sort of find the perfect place for all the islands. This one, you've got to go to. So tender port, so you get anchored just off of the island and then taken ashore on the tenders. Beautiful.
I mean, Greece is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the blue ocean that you got there. This is really sort of the jet set. This is international yachting in Greece's islands as well. You've got Lake Melusini, which is Catalonia's largest cave as well, and I always get this one, Drogorati, discovered 300 years ago. There's one of them that's got, I can never remember which one it is. There's a hole in the actual roof of the cave, and it's allegedly the shape of the island.
Oh,
it's beautiful, beautiful. So check out the tours. It's also where they filmed Captain Corelli's Mandolin as well. So I doubt you'll see Nicolas Cage there, but you never know. Jet set. Then from Catalonia, we're off to Montenegro and Kotor. Beautiful. The cathedral's definitely one to go and see here, and some great views. Really, really beautiful. Then we're off to Split. Now, Split, there's an archaeological museum there. There's the Cathedral of St. Dominius and Diocletian's Palace as well. So if you want to do something a little bit more historical, then you can do. And then Trieste. Now, it's basically split with a Grand Canal. And some of it's actually based on St. Mark's Square. So you've got beautiful architecture. It's absolutely stunning. Then you've got the piazza as well. Also good for coffee, strangely enough. I know Italy is good for coffee, but this is the base, the HQ of one of the well-known Italian coffee brands. And there's some great Viennese-style coffee houses. We mentioned that earlier on. So definitely try some of that.
And then back to Venice, where you disembark, of course, and flown back to the UK. So, again, an amazing experience this one. So you're going to have a 3-night stay in Lake Garda, a 2-night Venice hotel stay, the train from Lake Garda to Venice, tips are included, and your return flights based on London. All that for just over £1,000 per person. You wait for 12 nights.
I'm liking that one.
Incredible,
It's
isn't it?
It's my choice so far tonight.
Yeah, I think we've got an amazing show tonight. But great variety of dates. Say we've got from May this year up to October 2020 as well. So May, June, July, August, September, and October. We are already getting sellouts on this one. So the balconies have sold out on the 10th of May and the 24th of June. So you are going to have to be super fast for those that are remaining there in terms of balconies. So we're halfway through the show.
Oh.
And now it's time for our hot pick. Now, we did preview this earlier, actually. The British Isles Discovery from Tilbury with Cruise and Maritime, 11 nights. and the price there works out under £54 per person per night. So the whole cruise is actually just £585 per person. And do you know what is so nice? When you actually do a British Isles cruise, you realise there's so many places that you haven't seen yet. I've hardly explored, you know, Scotland and Wales. Do you know, I've only been over to Ireland once as well, you know. Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about traffic as well. I went out to see my parents a couple of days ago, just before the weekend. It took me 3 hours to get to them, and it's a journey that usually takes 90 minutes. It's just, you know, and you think just cruising the Isles of that at that price is brilliant. But I'll tell you what, now it's going to be tough.
Oh,
going to be tough between the Adriatic or this one, Niagara Falls, New York City, and then a little bit of cruise. I'm loving this.
Well, this is with Norwegian Cruise Lines. I've cruised with quite a few times. It's a great experience. But yes, this is an itinerary. We've not seen this itinerary for a long time.
We haven't seen Niagara for a while. Of course, it's one of the largest waterfalls in the world. I like saying that. This actually consisted of 3 waterfalls. You've got the Horseshoe, which is the largest, which is on the Canadian border, and then you've got 2 islands, Goat Island and don't laugh. Goat Island and Luna Island that splits the American Falls and the Bridal Falls. Now, it is known as a little bit of a romantic hideaway.
Oh, okay.
I mean, romantic? Rheumatic, that's about the only thing that's... but it's beautiful. And the fact that you stay in there for 2 nights and getting to see it at night, it's absolutely beautiful. There's some brilliant activities that you can do there. I mean, you can imagine that there's all the casinos and the restaurants, and there's one district called Clifton Hill, which is basically your sort of Bourbon Street, like New Orleans, you know, your vibrant place. But you can do loads. You've got the Skyline Tower as well that you can go up and see the view. I'll do that the day after, so we'll go out in the night and then some fresh air in the morning. And you can even do a zip wire now as well. Yes, you can. Or you can just go onto the boat and get wet.
That is, you know, again, it's on my wish list. So you've got.
They're so flattering, those plastic things.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, they always look great. You can carry anything off, just so you've only 2 nights there. Then you get the Amtrak, don't you, to New York?
Brilliant. I haven't had an Amtrak train. How American can you get? And then New York, this city that never sleeps. So good they named it to us. Central Park. Get one of the, I was going to say one of the Boris bikes, but it's one of the Trump bikes, isn't it? Let's not get political. But you know, it's one of the bikes that you can go around. You can hire. They're brilliant. Empire State Building. Here's the tip. Don't go up Empire State, go up Rockefeller Tower to see Empire State.
I agree.
The Brooklyn Bridge as well, there's some great shopping here. I mean, go down to the Village as well, Greenwich Village. Oh, I could give you some... And I mean, Times Square's great, but...
But honestly, in a couple of days, and you're there for 2 nights...
You've done New York, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Favourite place? In the night time? Oh, I've got you now. What about favourite place in the daytime?
Well, we went at Christmas time, and the Rockefeller Centre was amazing.
So the ice rink and Macy's and Fifth Avenue and
that
all
was amazing.
What
about you?
Definitely the night time, go down Greenwich Village. There's some great bars with some live music down there. And in the daytime, the High Line. So you can actually go, it's an old railway line that they've turned into like, it's difficult to describe, but it's beautiful. You can walk up there and find, you know, something like a little juice stand or something like that. Recover from the night before.
Mind you, Central Park is amazing as well. Yeah.
Anyway.
So we'd better take you on board as well. So you've had your time in obviously Niagara Falls, New York, and then you've got a 7-night cruise with Norwegian Cruise Lines on board Norwegian Bliss, and you will have the most amazing time. So I've cruised with Norwegian Cruise Lines quite a few times now, and they're really good. They've got so much variety. There's quite I like the casual atmosphere. There's no kind of formal dining.
It's fun.
You know, it's really, really good, and a lot of choice and variety for everybody.
Yeah, and food. Well, I mean, you can see plenty of activities for the kids and for families. Great aqua parks. There's the electric go-karts as well. A lot of people go, go-karts, there's going to be noise in it. They're electric. So it's very, very quiet. Great for the family. And then also great for you as well. Just relax. There's some brilliant food venues as well. There's a salt bath and I believe a snow room as well. Salt and snow rooms. So plenty on board, which is choice. Great interiors as well.
Yeah. And when again, I'm looking at the price. This is £1,547 per person. Oh, the Haven look nice there, by the way.
Yeah.
There's your suite.
Really, the owners. Or the Courtyard Penthouse. Definitely. definitely.
But if it is a special occasion, you know, you might want to, on any cruises, book a suite or something
I thought you were
like
going to
that.
say push the boat out then. I was going to say,
No,
come on.
no.
Come on. But no, again, they really have taken it to the next level. You can see the interiors there. I mean, you've got mojito bars, you've got Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville at Sea, you've got Malton's Whiskey Bar, great shows as well. Jersey Boys is on board, and there's also the Cavern Club as well, which has a Beatles tribute band.
And a Starbucks.
Yes.
Saw that.
Salted caramel. Oh.
And we should say, by the way, you can see it in the pink on the screen, a brilliant promotion. You can upgrade to free at sea from just £99 per person and add on 2 extra benefits from premium drinks, specialty dining, Wi-Fi or shore excursion credit. So everyone should do that from £99 per person, 2 extra benefits, including premium drinks, specialty dining, Wi-Fi or shore excursion as well. So really, really exceptional value.
I love this. There's this Cavern Club. I think this has got the upper hand for me now. I'm going to go for it. This is the one. Adriatic or Niagara Falls in New York. I'm going for this.
I just want to book them all so far. So anyway, let's also give you an idea of the incredible itinerary. So we say we've already had a great time land-wise, but you have got, of course, this fantastic cruise.
Yeah, and you know, I'd love to go here. We only went to Key West, which is down in Florida, a couple of other ports, but never got close to this port. Orlando, I mean, you've got all of the theme parks which are close by that if you wanted to do that. But
Yeah,
for
you
me,
really could actually, couldn't you?
17 miles to go to the Kennedy Space Center.
Do you know,
how cool would that be?
I've never done that, and I would love to.
It'd just be brilliant. I mean, you've got 7 theme parks, 4 water parks, all in spitting distance there, but definitely go and have a look at the Kennedy Space Centre there. Anyway, then we're off to Great Stirrup Cay. Now, this is actually an island that's owned by Norwegian Cruise Lines. They bought it in the 70s and they've developed it. It's 250 acres of just amazing facilities. You can do the whole island in about 30 minutes. You can actually get a little quad bike as well if you want. They've actually created an underwater concrete sculpture garden as well. So you can go snorkeling there. It's just a great island. They've really thought about what the island needs. Sometimes, yeah, it's great to have sunbeds, but developing it the way they have, it's brilliant. Then we're off to Nassau. Nassau. And you'd be docking in Prince George Wharf. Now, this is a brilliant island. What do you want to do? Do you want to go to Atlantis for the day and chill at an amazing resort? Do you want to sort of have a little bit of a flavour of the old Caribbean, a little bit pirate? There's Atlantis there. You've got to go to Queen's Staircase, which is located at the Fort Fincastle. This is actually carved out of the rock and separates the 2 parts of the town. It's the main route between the fort and Nassau town as well. There's some great shark adventures that you can go to. Junkanoo Beach as well. Or Cabbage Beach. There's plenty to see and do there. Oh, by the way, if you like rum, go to John Watling's distillery as well. You can take a nice bottle back from there. Then we are back to New York. And,
It's fabulous, isn't it?
I was getting carried away with Nassau.
Now, this is the greatest sail at sea, so you are saving 30% on all savings. Also include that price on the screen, and that's saving, I should say. A 2-night hotel stay in Niagara, so you're going to get to see and experience Niagara Falls, and New York as well with the Amtrak.
You have to say New York City.
New York City. Upgrade to free at sea from that is brilliant. £99 per person. You get to choose from 2 extra benefits, and that could be premium beverage drinks. You could go for specialty dining, Wi-Fi, or short excursion credit, and return flights based on London. Price-wise, we have got dates, first of all, from as close as the 26th of February right through March and April of this year. Look at the suite.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I was going to say, February, there's only a couple of £100 difference there between the inside and the mini suite.
I know.
And look at where you're going as well. That is phenomenal.
That is really good, isn't it?
See?
Really good.
I come back, I bring the good deals, don't I?
But very exciting news now.
What?
Celebrity's latest brand new ship, Apex.
You frightened me there. You said exciting news. Yes, of course.
I'm so excited about Apex, seriously. And the deal that Ruth has given us tonight is absolutely outstanding. We'll go into details in a few moments' time. But this is obviously the sister ship, Edge. I was lucky enough to experience last year. And I actually stayed in one of these, the Infinite Veranda staterooms. We've got an offer on these tonight that is incredible. I also got a chance to look around some of the villa and the penthouses. So they are incredible. The work that's gone into the design of Apex and Edge, just beautiful. Obviously, with all, Kelly Hoppen doing so much of the work with her and her team. Now, rather than have one main dining room, you've actually got 4 more intimate spaces: Tuscan, Cyprus, Normandy, beautiful, clean French cuisine there, and the Ocean View Cafe is so stylish. Look at the amount of light and space that you've got here, and then brand new, the magic carpet. Now, this can be a wonderful dining venue or a wonderful bar, also used as part of embarkation, disembarkation as well. But you are literally over the water's edge, so the views and the experience is absolutely phenomenal. Eden, the most wonderful venue from the daytime to the evening.
Just don't touch the apples. Look what happened. Look what happened, hey?
I tell you what, walls like that. Look at the Grand Plaza.
I've got to admit, though, that is
look at that chandelier.
It's futuristic, but it's got that wonderful inviting, and I love the martini glass jacuzzis that are outside, and that open deck space. It is just so, and this is one of my favourite areas, the rooftop garden. Absolutely breathtaking.
And then look at the slab, again, walls and of light just coming through there. And then in terms of entertainment, well, as you'd expect with celebrity, the most incredible entertainment. There's the club. Didn't get to venture in the club when I was aboard, actually.
Yeah, well, what, you weren't let in?
And then the theatre with the 180 screen. I was too young. But if you really want to experience the latest and greatest from celebrity, you've got a chance of being on board Apex, 13th of April, a 10-night Northern Europe stay. And look at the price on the screen and wait till we tell you about the upgrades as well. But obviously we're cruising out of Southampton, aren't we?
Yep, heading over to Oslo. Fantastic culture over here. It's the oldest city and the capital city of Norway. You've got beautiful museums there with Viking ships, and definitely head to Sculpture Park. Here you go. There's this fantastic parkland here where you've got all of these great sculptures. Really lovely to walk around, get some fresh air. Then we're off to Copenhagen. Now it's a completely different feel in Copenhagen. Good for shopping. I remember, actually, randomly, the last time I was in Copenhagen, it absolutely tipped down. And when I say it tipped down, it persisted it down, really did. And we ended up having the best day. There was this little old bar with wooden walls, and it was just a great crack. It's brilliant. Definitely go down to Tivoli Gardens. You've got to go down there and have a little bit of a look. There's some interesting museums as well, but I'll leave that one to your imagination. And if you want to go and see The Little Mermaid as well, Hans Christian Andersen. A little bit of a link there. Some lovely places, and walkable as well. You can usually walk from the cruise port up into town. It's a little bit longer, but if you're feeling, stretch your legs, burn off some of those calories from that wonderful food the night before. Anyway, from Copenhagen, where should we go now? Let's go to Berlin. Well, actually, the port of Warnemünde. Now, Warnemünde, lovely little sleepy fishing port, and you can head on into Berlin if you haven't been there before. Go and see Checkport Charlie and get your passport stamped as well. Go see where the Berlin Wall was. But definitely, actually, Warnemünde itself, have a look into Warnemünde. It's a really great place. It's a good day. There's a good beach there. You can actually get across. There's like a little ferry across onto a little island, and there's no cars on the island. It's all like summer homes, and you can have a wander around. We ended up taking our mountain bikes off the ship, and I was named by one of the German dancers as Fahrradfinder. Which I think, which is basically cycle route finder. I just found all these, and we were cycling around, finished up, lovely little cider, and come back. See. Anyway, let's move on to a day at sea. Oh, perfectly. Where should we go now? Amsterdam. I was going to say, if cruises, if you haven't had enough of a ship, why not go on to another one? No, you should cruise the canals, do a little bit of window shopping.
I'm just thinking that time of year, though, the tulips are going to be amazing, aren't they?
April, yes.
Yes.
In fact, yeah, Kuchenhof.
Perfect.
They are stunning. In
Yeah.
fact, one of my first river cruises, I went to Kukenhof, and it is unbelievable.
Yeah, this will be absolutely beautiful this time of year.
You know when somebody turns the contrast up on the TV screen, you're like, whoa, all the colours. That's what the Kukenhof Gardens look like. It's brilliant. There's so much to do in Amsterdam as well. Rembrandt's house there, great museum. There's the Royal Palace and Frank's Museum as well, and of course the flower markets as well. Tulips from Amsterdam. Yeah. It's spring again. Anyway, should we go to Bruges?
Well, I would love to. I've been there before and adored Bruges, actually.
Well, there's plenty of canals there. There is 125 breweries. There's some fantastic chocolate and a lot of history. So whether you want to do some churches and cathedrals, if you want to go to some of the battlefields, there's plenty to see and do there. Then we're into a port that we always talk about, and I've still never been to. It's the port of Le Havre, which is the port for Paris. And it's on our doorstep. We're lucky enough to travel all the way around the globe, and we haven't seen the Arc de Triomphe or the Basilica Sacré-Cœur or Champs-Élysées, all of the great museums like the Louvre, all of that just on our doorstep.
And then, of course, back to Southampton.
I thought you say back to the
now,
future,
we promised you the most amazing deal tonight. Wait for this at home. So first of all, free $200 onboard spend per stateroom when booking interior all the way through to Aqua Class. Book a suite, and they're a lot more affordable than you think. Wait to see the price now. You'll receive $1,000 onboard spend. Free return coach transfers to Southampton from regional pickup points. Just call for details. Sail Plus, now we've got upgrades from only £25 per person per night, and you'll get 2 perks. So you can choose things like drinks, gratuities, or if you go for Sail, all included, from £55 per person per night, you'll get premium drinks, tips, Wi-Fi, and more spend as well. So definitely worth doing that. But wait to see this, because Ruth from Celebrity has given us the most amazing upgrades tonight. So if you look at the Ocean View price, on the 13th of April, it's 1439. You're going to get an upgrade to my favourite cabin, which is the Infinite Balcony. But you're going from the lowest grade Ocean View to the highest grade Infinite Balcony. So you are getting a massive upgrade, but it will be first come, first served. And the same on the 23rd of April. So you go from the lowest Ocean View grade to the highest Infinite Balcony. So the upgrade is amazing. And we mentioned about Sail Your Way. So there's a lot more choice now with Celebrity. So if you upgrade to Sail Plus, you can add 2 perks. You can choose from classic beverage packages, onboard spend, $300 there, gratuities and unlimited Wi-Fi. If you go Sail All Included, you will get all 4. But the price of those for Sail Plus is just £25 per person per night, starts as little as that, and All Included is £55 per person per night. So that's the best that we've ever had on Apex, and it will be really busy for that, really busy.
Yeah.
I'm actually on board Apex a couple of days before that date, just to let you know, so I cannot wait for that. Very, very excited. But we've got one final cruise, haven't we?
We certainly have, yeah, Royal Caribbean. And this is fantastic, beautiful ship. Just take a look at this.
This is one of your favourites, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the facilities that are on board, it is absolutely eye-watering. To think that this is on a cruise ship, a resort. See, you know, if you went to a hotel, or if you knew there was a shopping centre or somewhere that had all of these different things, but look at the size of the ship as well. One of the largest ships there, got speed, got grace as well, and representing. That's the main thing all over the world. Fantastic suites, whether it's interior with the virtual balcony, that was a great innovation, or some of the dual level duplex suites. Some of the facilities, the bumper cars at sea, roller skating, circus school. Huh? And ping pong. Hey, don't forget ping pong.
And Royal Caribbean, I always say this, but they were the first company that I cruised with. They got me into cruising. They are brilliant for everybody. And I've travelled with my family and extended family. There's something for everybody, no matter what age you are. I had to go. That was rubbish, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to try that.
Have you tried the indoors? I've tried it on land. And that is absolutely brilliant. It's great fun. So, you know, a lot of what you see in here, all of these great facilities, these are literally a few steps away from your cabin and at no extra cost either. So you've got all of those great facilities, you know, whether it's flow rider, whether it's a ripcord, whether it's the climbing wall, all of that, and then great dining as well. This is the well, I mean, where do we start when it comes to food? Johnny Rockets, Jamie's Italian as well. All these fantastic different delicacies from around the world. And 270 as well. 270 is actually the venue at the back of the ship, and in the evening, all of the glass turns into LED screens. Some fantastic shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, in fact, we have got the award-winning Western musical We Will Rock You on board, free of charge.
Exactly. So,
and that is the whole musical, isn't it?
That's the whole musical.
So, what an amazing ship. And what a great itinerary. We're away nearly 2 weeks on this one as well. So we cruise out of Southampton. That's always nice and easy. You can take as much luggage as you like. We've got a couple of days at sea to really explore the amazing Anthem of the Seas. But we're making our way over to Gibraltar.
Yep, go to the Rock, go and see the monkeys or the apes, whichever you want to call them. There's St Michael's Cave, the Great Siege Tunnels, and a whole host of duty-free as well. Then we're into Cartagena, the Spanish historic port of Hannibal's expedition, and of course Hannibal's army as well. There's 175 miles of beaches. So there's plenty to see and do there. Then into Valencia, the old quarters, dates back to the Middle Ages. If you like a little bit of retail therapy, if you love Ladro, you know, the figurines.
Yeah, of course.
Then you've got the museum there, and you've also got the Albufera National Park. Into Barcelona, got to be the highlight of the cruise for me. Barcelona, fantastic dining in the daytime, great shopping as well. Go to Montjuïc, going to go across the cable car, across the port, up to Montjuïc, have a little bit of walk around there as well. Perhaps take in some of the Gaudi architecture as well. Then we're off to Cannes, not for the film festival, but you can actually do a walking tour which takes in a load of murals. It takes about 4 or 5 hours. So if you want to spend the day just bar hopping and cafe hopping in between those, then or you can just lay on the beach there and just get your butler to bring you a bottle of champagne.
Sounds good.
As a Key Royale. Then we're off to Malaga. You've got Alhambra, which is a beautiful palace and fortress complex. Marbella is not too far from there. You've got the Alcazaba Fort as well, and also a Picasso museum. So plenty to see and do there. Then we're off to Seville and the port of Cadiz. Now we're going into Andalusia, and this is just a brilliant combination of food here. So definitely try some of the local delicacies. You've got fortresses. You've also got sherry bodegas, because of course Cadiz is part of Jerez, not too far, which is sherry country. And then 2 days at sea and back in Southampton.
Really, I love that itinerary there, actually. And in terms of what's included, well, up to, this is really important actually, up to $300 on board spend, but you must book tonight. The offer does end on the 11th of February. You can experience the North Star, Ripcord, Flow Rider, roller skating, and the bump cars, and that's all at no extra cost. As I mentioned, you can watch the award-winning Western musical We Will Rock You. That is the whole musical, absolutely free of charge. And with this cruise out of Southampton, you can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from just £99 per person, and that includes breakfast, parking for almost 2 weeks, and your port transfers as well. So all the deals start, I think you'll agree, been incredible, haven't they?
What can I say? Thank you.
Don't thank me. Well, thank Planet Cruise, and thank you to everyone for watching. But we've just got time to do a quick recap. We started with our all-inclusive on board the Marella Explorer. It's a colourful coast of Tenerife. And you can, go on board, everything included, for as little as £790 per person. So we've got all-inclusive, tips, drinks, £1 per person deposit on certain sailings, a return flights based on the Gatwick, but we have got regional flights available as well. Just give us a call and we can offer you those for just a supplement.
Yes, then we went to P&O and P&O Azura and off to the Caribbean. I mean, it's just fantastic ports there. No supplements on some of the regional flights. Offer ends on the 18th of February, so get on the phone lines. And we have got flights from all over, London, Birmingham and Manchester. And, no tipping required, so there's lots on offer on that cruise. And a great price in the Caribbean.
Really good. You're away over 2 weeks on that one. Then a beautiful itinerary again.
Oh, yeah.
You really like this, don't you?
Yeah, Venice, Lake Garda, and then the Adriatic.
All of that for just over £1,000, and it's on board MSC Lirica, don't forget. So you've got, yes, all your land stays, that beautiful cruise, and your tips are included on that one as well for just over £1,000 per person there, £1,029 per person. Amazing value for 12 nights.
Then we went to, again, really tough to choose between these itineraries. NCL, flying out to Niagara, 2 nights in Niagara, and then off to New York for 2 nights as well. And then, by the way, there's a cruise as well on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
It is brilliant. 30% on all savings. You can upgrade to free at sea from only £99 and choose from 2 of the extra benefits. Give us a call tonight.
Then, and I really mean this, the best offer we have seen by far on board the brand new Celebrity Apex. She's launching in April, so you will be one of the very first on board. Now, it's a 10-night Northern Europe capital cities from Southampton. Everyone will get $200 on board spend if you book interior through to Aqua Class. Book a suite and you receive $1,000 on board spend. You'll also get free return coach transfers to Southampton Port from regional pickup points. Just call for details. Sail plus upgrades from just £25 per person per night. You can choose 2 perks such as drinks and gratuities. If you go for sail all, then you get everything. So you get premium drinks, tips, Wi-Fi and more on board spend. And don't forget, we've got an amazing upgrade on that tonight. If you go for an ocean view, you'll be upgraded from the lowest class ocean view to the highest class infinite balcony, and those statements are amazing.
First time that's been an offer.
Yeah, amazing.
Then we had Royal Caribbean, fantastic ship with those facilities, plus $300 on board spend as well, and a brilliant itinerary. You do get the award-winning West End musical included free of charge as well, and there's no extra charge for any of the facilities like the North Star, the Ripcord and Flow Rider. So get on the phone lines and book right now.
What time are we up until, Justin?
10:30.
Yes.
I just think then.
Yeah, and first thing tomorrow morning, don't forget 0808 2502 662. We also have that very cheeky hot pick from Cruise and Maritime. It's a British Isles Discovery from Tilbury, and 11 nights for £585. Works out under £54 per person per night. Thank you to everybody that's joined us this Tuesday. We always love Tuesdays. Justin, so nice to have you back.
Yeah, absolute pleasure. And just remember, if there's something that you've seen and you're like, oh, I quite fancy that, but I'd like to book it a little bit later, give us a call tonight and we'll see what we've got later on in the year or maybe even next year.
Well, I will be here next Tuesday. Justin might just needs to check his diary, but we'll be here next week with Planet Cruise. See you then.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.